Sleep is an important part of our daily routine, or at least that is what we believe. We will look at the importance of sleep at the end of this video. We spend about 1/3 of our life sleeping. If we live up to be 80 years of age, we will spend 26 years of our life sleeping. For an activity that we spend so much time doing, it becomes imperative that we learn or understand what it is. Simply put, sleeping is a process in which important physiological changes and basic bodily functions occur, which is coupled with major shifts in our consciousness. However, sleep is a much more complex and dynamic process which affects how we function. Researchers generally study sleep in a scientific manner in a sleep lab where volunteer research participants are observed and monitored. Researchers study the changes occurring in the electrical activity of the brain by means of an EEG or electroencephalogram. What has research using these techniques revealed? We have learned that there are basically two stages of sleep: REM or rapid eye movement, or non-REM or non-rapid eye movement sleep. NREM is further divided into three distinct stages. When we are fully awake and alert, our EEG contains beta waves, which are relatively high frequency, low voltage activities. As we prepare to go to sleep, our brain begins to enter a quiet and resting state where slower waves known as alpha waves are produced. At this stage, we may experience hypnagogic hallucinations, where you might experience strange feeling of falling down, or in some cases may hear your own name being called out. People at this stage may also experience myoclonic jerk, where they suddenly become startled for seemingly no reason at all. As you begin to fall asleep, you enter stage 1 of non-REM sleep. This is the border between wakefulness and sleep. This period generally lasts about 10 minutes of relatively light sleep. Your heartbeat, breathing, and eye movements slow down and your muscles begin to relax. This stage is characterized by theta waves. This stage is followed by stage 2 of non-REM sleep. This is the period before you enter deep sleep. Your breathing and heartbeat slows even further and your body temperature begins to drop. Brainwave activity slows and is marked by sleep spindles, which are short bursts of brainwaves which may represent our brain's reduced sensitivity to external sensory inputs. People spend approximately about 50% of their sleep in this stage. Stage 3 of NREM sleep is the period of deep sleep that you need in order to feel refreshed in the morning. This stage is characterized by slow brain waves known as delta waves. Your heartbeat and breathing slows down to their deepest levels and people become less responsive to noise in their surroundings. It is difficult to awaken a person during this stage of sleep. So far, the picture is fairly simple. However, about 90 minutes after the process begins, several dramatic changes occurs as we enter a distinctive stage called the REM or rapid eye movement sleep. During this phase, brain waves activity changes rapidly and closely resemble that of when we are awake. Our eyes begin to move rapidly beneath our closed eyes, hence the name rapid eye movement. Our breathing becomes faster and irregular. Our heart rate and blood pressure increases to near waking levels. Most of our dreaming occurs in this stage. Our arms and leg muscles become paralyzed, which prevents us to act out our dreams. It is important to note that sleep does not progress through these stages in sequence. We enter stage 1 and progress into stage 2 and then stage 3. After stage 3, we enter stage 2 again before entering REM sleep. This cycle is repeated 4 or 5 times throughout the night. In the first cycle, REM sleep might last only 5 to 10 minutes, but with each cycle it becomes longer. REM sleep can even last up to an hour. What happens if we do not sleep? Most of us feel miserable and tired after a sleepless night. But apart from the restorative function, what is the purpose of sleep? Among humans, research presents a mixed picture. For example, in order to earn a place in the Guinness Book of World Record, a 17-year-old Randy Gardner stayed awake for 244 hours and 12 minutes. That's 11 entire days. Randy suffered no lasting physical or psychological harm. But if you are hoping to beat Randy's record, you must realize that many studies have suggested that long-term deprivation of sleep can be harmful and increase chances of serious accidents. Sleep deprivation has also been linked to many chronic health problems such as heart diseases and hypertension. In our next video, we will look at some of the positive strategies of promoting good sleep. Until then, sleep tight. please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos such as this. See you next time.